San Diego Comic-Con is over, and with it we got a lot of new comic book news, but we know you've been waiting to hear our thoughts on it. So let's talk about that. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Strong Collectors Comics. I'm your host Jordan, joined today as ever by my plucky co-host Dakota. And as I mentioned, we got quite a few new pieces of information. We got some Marvel stuff, which we'll be talking most about, a little bit of DC, and something else that's random. But we're going to be diving right into covering some of those and giving our thoughts on it. Dakota, you probably weren't, I don't think, paying as close attention to the comic reveal news.
Maybe heard a whisper of something, and I was paying more attention to the toys.
Right, yes, which you can go check out, folks, if you want to, go look at our toy channel, or if you're coming here from the toy channel, Strong Collectors Comics, do whatever you want there. But yeah, so as far as Marvel goes, so this will be sort of Dakota reacting, because he has not gotten to hear a lot of this news yet. And one of the first ones was the announcement of a series called 1776, written by... I like
that a good reaction?
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. I love years. Years are great. Years as titles, even better. 1520, 1602, 2099. If there is a 4-digit number in the title...
Even 1 million BC.
That's more than 4, but I'll take it. Okay. Oh, geez. All right. We're already... Again, we have a retention problem we found, folks. So if you're still listening, hopefully you're not part of that. But, we don't know why. Anyways, so 1776. It will be, as you could maybe guess, a Marvel Revolutionary War crossover.
Okay.
Which
cameos from George Washington.
Well, right. So it is written by Marvel legend J. Michael Straczynski, who I loved him most on his Spider-Man run, the early 2000s. He did that Thor stuff where Thor's like in Oklahoma and that whole revamp of Thor. So I do like his work. But the idea, you've seen those like random things where you had like Spider-Man teamed up with Abraham Lincoln or, random one-offs. This is a full-on, the synopsis kind of says somebody's tampering with the time stream. We need Marvel to go back in time and preserve American events. So you can finally...
It's like today's Spider-Man Peter Parker that I know is going back to the Revolution. It's not like...
No, it's not like 1602 where it's reinterpreted. Man. It's like you can finally see the Hulk meet Benjamin Franklin, hopefully.
Okay.
Like you've always wanted.
That's way less exciting to me. I was hoping I'd see a 17...
Like Captain America fighting in the Revolutionary War with George Washington.
If he was born, lived that time. Okay. Yeah. That's what I was hoping for.
I think that is probably a better idea. It'd be a little 1602-ish, but I mean, I think it'd still be fun. It would make sense.
I like 1602, so just with a different era, sure, I'll take it.
Right. Yeah. So I've got a little blurb from, I think this is Straczynski talking about it. So he said, one of the many things that I like about the Marvel Universe is that it takes place in the real world, our world. It's New York or Chicago, not some imaginary location. This applies to our history and the opportunity to view the events of 1776 through the lens of our favorite characters and to better understand the meaning of those events and the sacrifices involved was way too good to pass up. At a time when so much of American discourse has become factionalized, it is a good time to look back and see where this began and what it still means today. My first reaction to that is like the story could kind of go two directions. You could be like kind of fluff, this is fun watching George Washington and Captain America team up. I think a cooler direction, and hopefully that's what that quote means, is like really taking a harder look at like what is the history of America, how does that play into today? What's going on in our country. I think you could get easily accused of doing the woke whatever stuff with that. So I guess we'll see how far they're willing to go with that concept. But that quote made me think maybe they're doing a little more than just like, oh, hey, what if Spider-Man made a joke about Benjamin Franklin maybe?
Right. Did they say what characters are going to be part of this?
I don't think so. I mean, there's been some covers, but, you can put anything on a cover.
Right.
But I think it'd be fun to do some oddball picks, maybe.
Yeah. Like
throw your Howard the Duck in there or something just for fun.
Just to see some revolutionary people see what it's like to have a talking duck. That would be funny.
So,
I mean, I think you're right. You got to have Captain America. I think it would be interesting to see a Black Panther. Because that would be
a different experience.
There you go. Then there's your
1776
woke, angry mob type.
Right.
So
yeah, I mean, I hope it's not just like we love America. America's great. This is so cool. Everyone has a hoorah, good time in 1776. I think you could do a little bit more with that. Not that it has to be like America sucks, but something a little more thought provoking. I think would be
real and not
not as fluff. So that's coming up, a 5-issue miniseries. So you can pick that up if you want, Dakota. We'll see. That's in the, I don't know if that was in the next year. Probably they're timing it for the 200th anniversary.
Okay, that makes sense.
Or the 250th. That's next year, the whole celebration. So
yeah,
there you go. You got that. One that intrigued me a little bit is Captain America versus Alien. Now, I know you're not as big of an Alien Predator guy as myself. Yeah. But they've started doing these Predator crossovers. They got like Predator Spider-Man, Predator Black Panther, Predator or
Ant-Man,
Wolverine. Not Predator Ant-Man yet, but I would read that.
I've been watching the Predator movies recently, like the newer ones. I watched Prey. I watched the animated one.
Okay, so those might hook you a little bit.
Yeah,
more,
a little more. Not so much Alien. I haven't really seen any Alien, but
right. Well, Alien, I think they could do something cool with Cap. The premise of Alien is it's like an alien, but the alien is like a bioweapon. So they're always like tinkering it. It has to incubate in humans. It's creating the ultimate like living weapon, which I think could easily work for a Captain America World War II story. Is kind of what it seems to be. Like he's in, World War II. He gets to some kind of base, and they're messing with these crazy aliens. Cap's trapped there. The aliens are pretty powerful. Cap's not the most powerful. I think that can make for a fun story where the stakes are a little higher. It's not like Hulk fighting and we could just smash him. Cap's got a little more going on. So that one intrigues me a little bit. Think they can do well if they play their cards right on that. But speaking of something we've talked about quite a bit is Marvel DC. Folks, you can go and check out our pitches wherever this shows up above my head if it does. Our Marvel DC crossovers, what we would like to see out of these. We weren't super excited with the announcement that they're just doing 2 one-shots. But they did talk about the Marvel DC one. And what they did confirm, Dakota, is that we are getting the main story, Deadpool, Batman. The backup stories, though, will have Daredevil, Green Arrow, written by Kevin Smith. Jeff the Land Shark and Crypto, written by Kelly Thompson. Captain America, Wonder Woman by your boy Chip Zdarsky, who I also do like Chip, of your Daredevil run that you love so much. And then Rocket Raccoon and Green Lantern by Al Ewing, who was on our Immortal Hulk book that we loved. Now,
so what do you mean backup stories? Is this all in one comic? Those are like 2-page things?
I guarantee it's going to be what we didn't want is like 3 pages of Green Lantern and Rocket. Unless this is a thick book, maybe. I don't know. But it's presumably
I know something
this
else
is all
that's that thick.
The Hulk's arm.
Exactly.
In our logo. Yeah, so already, I mean, creative teams. So this last one, though, interested me the most. It is a Wolverine, Old Man Logan, and Batman: The Dark Knight Returns crossover by Frank Miller, who did the original Dark Knight Returns.
That is cool.
That one is one that I was like, oh, that's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Now, a drawback for you, it said Frank Miller, so I don't know if he's doing the art. And I know you don't love his art, which could bring it down a bit. But
I'm not sure if I've ever actually read anything with his art, have I?
Yeah,
I've just seen pictures on Google, and it's.
I've sent you like those covers he's done, those one-offs that are pretty rough, but I think those are purposely stylized to be pretty out there. So, that premise of Old Man Logan and Dark Knight Returns Batman, that interests me probably the most.
Yeah.
I think what you said, my disappointment would be, is it like 3 pages? Like I'd like to read a whole miniseries probably, or even at least one issue on that topic. So. I guess maybe they could be teasing them out. Like, do you like this? We'll do more.
See what generates the most buzz, and then give you more of that. Possibly.
I feel like that might be wishful thinking.
Yeah.
On our part, though. But,
I mean, because I remember seeing all those different covers. There was a Magic cover with who was she with? Was that Catwoman or something?
Yeah, I think those are just to get you to buy it. Probably.
I mean, they're getting me. I'll probably get the regular cover. I'll probably tell you to pick me up that Magic one. There's a Peach Momoko one. I don't even know who's on the cover. I think it's Elektra and Batgirl. Get me that one too.
Sign you up.
Okay.
Okay. So that's a little bit in that department. The other one, big news, was the new Ultimate Universe is having this December starting a mini-series called Ultimate Endgame, which is culminating some storylines. Now, the premise of this was the maker created this world. They kind of trapped him in this bubble city world. He's trapped there for 2 years. They're preparing. Maker's going to return. Everything that's been happening in the Ultimate Universe is culminating here. Along with, they announced the ending of Ultimate Spider-Man with issue 24, saying that's going to be the end of the series.
Sad.
I know. I've been loving that one. So I don't know what that means. Is that saying...
That seems crazy to me because, like, I haven't heard amazing things about all the new Ultimate stuff, but I've only heard good things about that Spider-Man story.
Right.
So to put an end to that one seems like a interesting idea, unless they're just going to revamp it as another, like, whatever they call it now, Ultimate Amazing Spider-Man #1.
Super Ultimate, really great Spider-Man.
So that way they can just put out another #1, kind of like Todd, says about Marvel. Just
new #1.
Exactly.
Right, yeah, so I don't know if that means that Spider-Man's done, if a new person's taken over, even if this means... I can't imagine they're saying this version of the Ultimate Universe is done, but it maybe is like this chapter, this whatever section of it they've been doing.
Have you been reading other Ultimate stuff?
I really haven't, no.
Okay.
I mean, I read Spider-Man. I think I was like, do I need to read all these storylines? I think I do want to read them and catch up now. So I'm thinking of doing an unlimited binge, Marvel Unlimited, for the next couple months and try to get all caught up. Because I would like to read them. It just turned into like, I don't know if I can read all 6 of these, right? So, yeah. So similarly, I had that feeling about the Absolute DC, which we did get the announcement of an Absolute Green Arrow, which don't know a whole lot. It just, I think you said to me, he looks like regular Green Arrow, which is about right. Kind of just a guy. We don't know much, just some previews. I feel like Green Arrow is the one where you should have gone the other direction, though, and like make him mystical or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's probably the most grounded in the regular DC. So let's flip it and make him like he maybe is some magical...
Like he's
archer.
got, I don't know
maybe
what
he's got,
Greek god has the bow and arrow, but like give him that. And
some Robin Hood thing, some kind of like, because the other ones they've made the super, out there ones more realistic. So I feel like you should flip it.
I think that would be cool.
What do we know, right? We're just cranking out great ideas over here. Speaking of an idea, I think it's a bad idea, but you might like this idea. They're having a series called DCKO. Okay. So like knockout, Okay. The idea is with this Absolute Universe, I should probably make a video on how the Absolute Universe I think was a total misfire because I was excited, I was stoked, and I'm not reading any of them now. I read Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman first arc, and like I'm done, which is a bummer because I've heard good things about Martian Manhunter. I'll read it later, and Flash I want to read, but again, it's too much. So the whole premise was like Darkseid takes his energy from the other world and goes to this, creates a new world, but at the heart of it is the dark evil Omega energy that corrupts the new world he creates or whatever.
Okay.
Basically, more or less.
Sure.
DC always gets into some of that kind of like this cosmic weirdness, but this idea is they need to generate enough power to crown a new King Omega. So to do it, they have to have like a tournament style fight, and they're all like in a bracket is the teaser.
Mortal Kombat style.
It's basically they have to do Mortal Kombat to have someone win, and that winner will get the King Omega power to fight Darkseid, I guess.
Okay.
Which I'm like, sure, if you want to do that, that's fun.
Yeah.
But like to make that a literal crucial part of your storyline feels to me sort of like you just wanted to make people fight, and I get it.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're all going to agree to, like, do a tournament, like, Aquaman, I'm going to rock your socks off, buddy. He's like, oh, man, I hope I can win. It's like, come on. If the Question just gets electrocuted to death by Shazam, like what? I don't know. Maybe it will be fun, but it's just not the direction I was excited for.
Right.
But, so that's coming.
Okay. Well, brace ourselves.
There you go. And then finally, this is kind of a weird random piece of information, is a Hyde, as in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde comic book, coming to you by way of Johnny Depp and Ridley Scott, who's a director, did the original Alien. A little factoid for you there.
I was going to say, I recognize his name, but I don't know exactly
Right.
what all he's done.
Well, Gladiator.
Okay.
The original. Well, he did both of them, I guess. So,
Oh.
so Johnny Depp, he was in like a promo piece and like a little trailer thing, but he's not writing it. I think somebody else is writing it, but maybe it's like his brainchild. I'm guessing he's a little bummed because he was supposed to be in the Dark Universe for Universal Monster, the failed one with Tom Cruise as Invisible Man. That thing torpedoed. Dang. So maybe he's like, I just want to be a monster. I get it. I think the premise is like Mr. Hyde took over, in the original story, and he's been Mr. Hyde like all these years or something. So don't know much about it, but that premise is kind of interesting to me. So
now, who's that?
Might be one
through. Like,
I don't
Dark
remember.
Horse
I think it was an independent. It might be.
Okay.
I'd have to look.
Okay.
I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, so there's that tidbit for you.
Interesting.
So out of these, Dakota, yeah.
I was saying, I highly doubt I'm gonna pick that one up, but if it had cool art, I would consider it.
Okay.
But yeah,
well, you can check out the preview pages and let me know what you think.
Yeah.
Of these, what is intrigues you the most? Would it be 1776?
Honestly,
maybe?
Probably still
Marvel DC.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad that they're putting in those extra little stories, but then that kind of makes me think like this thing better be thick, because if it's going to be Batman and Deadpool, but they're not going to actually give that much story to it, like they get 10 pages, everybody else gets 2 pages. I just want more. Give me, but take me back to the original where we had, what was that?
Whole series.
4 or 8 issues. I don't remember how many issues it was.
At least 6, I thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Somewhere between 4 and 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got a miniseries plus then Amalgam after that. So I want something I can
cheap
actually
out on us, Marvel.
Yeah, because
or DC.
I was pretty excited about the Spawn Batman, but then I got it. Yeah, they did it, and that was kind of how I felt about it. It looked cool. My eyes liked it, but my heart wanted a longer story to actually tell a story instead of just like, okay, you've got this many pages, get it done.
Right.
Instead of like, give me a trade paperback.
Yeah. I'm curious about it. I've got low expectations, but I will still buy it because I'd like to support it. Like to see what they do. Hopefully they do more. If it does well, maybe we'll see. I'll be hopeful. Probably more excited for me the Ultimate stuff, just because I have enjoyed what I have read of that, and I'm curious where that's going to go. But we'll see. So those are our thoughts on a little rundown of some of the SDCC comic news. You let us know what of those are you most excited for. What do we miss? I'm sure there's not everything that was announced there we covered. Let us know in the comments. Please be liking, sharing, and subscribing. And until next time, as always, stay strong.